we'll see the Indiana Pacers and the Los Angeles Clippers. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Back to Harden. Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
We know, Brent, throughout his career, Kawhi Leonard has always been sensational on both ends of the floor.
It's a great point, Kevin, and it's sort of making me think about history. You know how history can sometimes be boring, but it's something you should study. Kawhi Leonard is that kind of player. Young guys should be studying what Kawhi represents in terms of his two-way prowess, dominating on the offensive end, and just a menace on defense. So, kids, history is important. Study Kawhi Leonard.
Here's Harden. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
To the paint. Powell with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Zubac. It's rebounded by Indiana.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And those are two loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Here's Harden following the score by Indiana. And it's Leonard missing. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Teron Lou and I had a few minutes to share. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner, and he said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
Thanks, David. And it's good for two.
I love the patience, the tactical mindset of Leonard. He's so good at picking his spots, especially on the pick and roll.
Here's Nembhard. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
And it's the Pacers with the ball after the Clippers pick up 2. Here's Halliburton. And he banks in the layup.
Defense doing their best to put Halliburton off balance, but he stays flexible, kind of warps around the defense and adjusts to the contact.
Now, here is Harden. Screen by Zubac. It's good.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Siakam. Buries the long-range jumper. Halliburton's got 7.
Steady from behind the three-point line. Halliburton is someone you rely on to knock down a few threes.
Here's Harden. And he converts the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And they call an illegal screen here.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Off with the layup. Inside, Mathurin. Again, Indiana.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
It's Harden with the drive. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Love to see Zubac attacking the rim, staying involved offensively.
McConnell scanning the floor. Now here's Toppin. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Siakam, that's good.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
Now here's Harden. He's got 6. Outside Leonard. The tray. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Leonard's got 6.
Nice teamwork. The right guy ends up with the ball in his hands, and Kawhi finishes that possession.
8 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Harden. Driving in. And Harden with the stuff.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
18. The Pacers. 15.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Good.
Nice job by Zubac using his size, just making his presence felt.
And the rejection by Zubac. Pass to Coffey. Here's Simmons. Here's Coffey. He's covered by Halliburton. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now, here's Toppin. Got it. Good job in the low post. Toppin's got 5.
Toppin not letting the defense hold him back.
Pass to Zubac. Toppin with the double team. And here is Simmons. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Ball to the Pacers.
So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
Indiana trailing here. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Nembhard. From 18 feet away. And Jones pulls it down.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
You know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Off target from outside. And it's Harden with the ball for the Clippers. 4-point game. Halliburton with the steal. In the corner, it's Neesmith. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Neesmith has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Great decision from Tyrese Halliburton. Understands when he should look to set up his guy.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Harden. 8 points for him. Kicks it out to Leonard. Bring it up for Kawhi Leonard from 3.
Kawhi typically solid from 3. You're not sure you want to leave him open like that.
Now, here is Halliburton. Can't get it to fall. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Pass to Turner. To the inside. The Clippers grab the miss. To the middle. Here's Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
To stop the run. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Harden outside. Down low. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
They get it back. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. 6 to shoot. And Siakam has it in the corner. Misses the 3.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that ball.
That's the end of the first.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. And Zubats has proven that Brent, there's still a place in the league for old school centers.
Well, I think he plays, Kevin, with a combination of talent around him that allows him to situate himself right where he needs to be. Impactful around the basket, a huge rebounding presence, a guy that brings some physicality, and he's been in a perfect slot to show why it is he's such a valuable NBA player.
Now here's Harden. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And that one drops.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Could we say he wanted it more?
Neesmith can't get it to go. Pass to Zubats. The Pacers pull it in. Halliburton with it. He has 7. Turner with the screen. And a wide open look for Halliburton. That one a little long. It's Powell on the wing. It's Harden with the drive. And the jam by Harden.
The finesse from Harden there. That's great stuff.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Inside. And Siakam throws it down.
just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Harden. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard looking over the floor. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Pacers trailed by 12. Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Clippers. Dunn left side. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Norman Powell.
And right there, you see the impact of Siakam's length. So tough to defend once he gets to his spots.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Pass to Nembhard. Halliburton on the wing. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 8. Tries it from 9. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 14 points.
The instincts tonight for Harden, razor sharp. He just knows when to pop up.
To the inside. Here's Siakam. Great D that time from Leonard. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pacers trail by 10. Halliburton inside the three-point line. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Back to Halliburton. Fades and shoots. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Siakam's got 6 points in the quarter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Zubac. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Zubac, such a towering presence. A guy who's capable of scoring through contact.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And here's McConnell. Screened by Siakam. To the paint. And finished off by Siakam.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Clippers on top. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Clippers leading by 11. Here's Simmons. And the layup is good.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Walker a screen. Outside Mathurin. Back to Walker. 5 to shoot. Stripped it away. Here's Dunn. Takes it inside. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Walker a screen. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Here's Simmons. Banked in off the glass. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
There's a screen by Toppin. To the middle. And Toppin throws it down.
This is just good point guard fundamentals from Tyrese Halliburton, going to the pick and roll to create a bunch of options.
And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Simmons. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. In the corner, Powell with it. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Leonard. And a wide open look for Simmons. And again, no good by the Clippers. Halliburton on the wing. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. Now, he tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys?
Thank you, David. Clippers leading by 13. Lets the 3 fly. Nembhard grabs the board. Here's Indiana. Third minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Unable to get that one. And so Harden will bring it up for the Clippers. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. .158 left in the 4th quarter. Halliburton outside. To the inside. And stolen by Leonard. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
One of these monster nights from James Harden.
Turner with the screen. Now Siakam. Pass to Turner. Trying to find Halliburton and gets it to him. Clock at 6. Indiana moving it around. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 15.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
He gets it in there.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but Once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Screen by Siakam. Over in the corner, Turner drills the three-pointer.
3-point basket.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. So it's Los Angeles. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David.
ได้ด้วยเหรอ
ต่อไป
ตีทำไมมึงเจอได้23เลยวะมึงเจอคนโกงทำไมมึงได้23เลยวะ13เราเล่นอันนี้ของกูไม่เห็นขึ้นเลยไอ้แบบได้แปลคนอะไรเนี่ยไม่ของกูขึ้นแค่อันบนอันเดียวนะไม่เชื่อทำไมอ่ะแล้วถ้าเกิดคนละเกมก็ไม่ได้ดิเพราะว่าถ้าบอกคนละเกมแต่กูไม่เคยเล่นคนเดียวกูเล่นกับมึงตลอดงั้นมึงก็ต้องได้อีกเกมอีกถ้างั้นนะถ้าบอกคนละเกมใช่เพราะมีแต่เบอร์บอกเล่นไหมถึงจะเล่นก็ใช่ต้องมีมึงที่ออกไปเล่นคนเดียวแต่อย่างที่บอกถ้าเกิดสมมติมึงบอกว่าไอ้ที่กูบวก13มันคนละเกมแสดงว่ามึงก็ต้องไอ้นั่นอาจจะคนละเกมใช่แต่มึงได้บวก23กูบวก13มันไม่เห็นแอบดูแล้วไม่มีเพราะว่ามันดูไม่สุดไอ้ดูไม่ไกลขนาดนั้น
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg.
เลวร้ายขนาดนั้นเลย
Reporter Ali LaForce in a moment. Now here's Halliburton.
จัดคาร์ปล่ะ
จัดขาก็น่าสนใจ
จัดลังกระดาษ
เปลี่ยนไปเรื่อยๆเลยนะ
One thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
He plays so well when he has space to move.
แต่ไอ้ตัวคาร์ฟนี่กูอยากได้ไอ้นี่นะแฟนทอมว่ามันดูน่าสนใจไอ้แฟนทอมนี่น่าสนใจ
น้ำเงิน1ชมพู3ส้ม2
Plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Aaron Nesmith picks one up.
มีด
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
ชมพูที่ดูเป็นไอ้นี่ก็จะมีเมกาพังการเดียนกับไอ้สเปกเตอร์การ์ตูน
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
การ์เดียนไม่ค่อยได้เล่นโอ้โหคุณหลอกดาวอีกแล้วมึงบอกว่าสีส้มเป็นไรนะมีดแต่สีส้มกูเป็นเฟนซี่นะ กูก็ไม่รู้กูเลยสงสัยมึงหลอกกูอีกแล้วนะ
Shot goes in.
เป็นซี่การ์ตูนเป็นซี่ของเล่น
Given the size of the disadvantage there. And you know what he does? I mean, in the
เนี่ย
NBA,
ส่ง
you
ไปแล้ว
gotta have ways to score
เป็น
over
ซี่ของเล่นมา
of all sizes. Yeah, great awareness there from Booker, a selfless team-first player.
เกม
And let's
แม่ง
send it over to Ali LaForce.
บั๊กไอ้สัส
Earlier, I spoke with Rick
แต่
Carlisle.
แต่ไอ้นี่น่าสนใจอยู่ ไอ้สเปกเตอร์การ์ตูนลด 45%เหลือ 900
There's no great way to defend him. He can beat you at the rim from mid-range, well beyond the arc as well. And on top of all that, he creates for others. Right?
As always, Ali, we thank you.
His position might be shooting guard, but Beal has no problems taking it inside.
ทำไมสีทองกูเป็นเซนซี่
Back to Halliburton. Siakam outside.
มึงเกี่ยวข้าวแต่กูเป็นเซนซี่มันใช่ไหมเนี่ย
And that one hits the back iron.
Boy, he's got to be
เนี่ย
disappointed.
ไอ้
in
ลว
the
ดมันยัง
result
เป็นใน
there.
นั่น
I
น่ะ
mean,
ดูเด็ก
defender really didn't make
จะเป็น
any
อาวุธ
impact
ตี
at
ใกล้
all.
2 อัน แล้วก็
And the Pacers
ไอ้
started last season
อะไร
all
วะอ๋อ
offense
เช
for
ลิ
him,
ฟไอ้ที่
but
นั่น
even they knew that would not be
พวก
sustainable.
ซื้อกันเหรอ
อะไรนะครับ
พวกมึงจะซื้อสกิลในเกมกันเหรอ
ไม่ได้ซื้อครับอัพอวดกันว่าใครชิบหายกว่ากันครับ
Kept alive.
จะซื้อแหละเดี๋ยวกูตีให้
No good with a layup. Indiana trailing here.
กูโดนโกงเกมเนี่ย
And
กู
he
โดน
got
โก
the
งเก
whistle
ม
on the way up. So
ใคร
he'll
ใคร
be looking for
ยังไง โดนมายังไง
ในโดนเนี่ยแหละไอ้เหี้ยเกมไม่ตรงไปไอ้คนอื่นเขาสีส้มเป็นพวกมีดค้อนแล้ววันนี้กูเป็นปืนซึ่งมันไม่ควรมี
To be the facilitator that he is,
แล้ว
have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also
แล้วไปโดนยังไงอะ
for how to get
ไม่ได้โดนยังไงครับเปิดมาแล้วมันโผล่มาอย่างเงี้ย
on the fly to what
เก
the
มมันบั๊ก
defense
ใส่
is
กู
providing. And it's
ระบักแปลว่าอะไรโทษที
feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates
ไอ้เหี้ย
might be.
อันนั้นอะไรก็ไม่รู้กูแก้ไม่ถูกอะ
And he's
แต่ว่าแมลงก็ถูกแล้วมันคิด
อ๋อหมายถึงว่าสิ่งที่มึงควรจะได้มันไม่ควรจะได้เป็นปืนใช่ปะถ้ามึงเปิดออกมา
ต้อง
อ๋อก็คือเหมือนมันไม่มีประโยชน์อะไรอะ
a moment to rest and confirm.
มัน
เติม
เป็น
อันนี้เติมไหม
ถ้าเกิดต้องเติมแต่นี่
อ๋อ
ให้เปิดทุกคน
อ๋อก็ไม่ต้องเติมไงควาย
ไม่เติมอยู่แล้วแหละหมายถึงเนี่ยโกงกูไปที่
ทำไมอ่ะ โอ้
โรนามิเจ้าเขียนในตลาดกูยังดูดีกว่าในแบ็คมาร์เก็ตเลยใช่ไหมแบ็คมาร์
Just under 3.5
โร
minutes
นามิ
elapsed here
วัน
in
เด
the
อ
first
ร์แล้ว
quarter.
ก็โอนิฟแฟนทอม
McConnell outside to the inside. And Siakam gets
ไป
it
เปิด
to go.
ไอ้ดีเฮียบุกด้วย
Oh, an aggressive move there by Siakam, using the length to finish inside.
Durant draws the double. Out of bounds. It'll be in the
เออ
end
วัน
ball.
วันนั้นคุยกับไอ้หนาม
Foolish pass.
ไอ้หนามบอกว่า ไอ้หนามมันว่างเดือน 9
Left in the first
ก็ไอ้มี
quarter
ก็เด็ก
here.
ก็ดีเอมีก็เหมือนจะเดือน 9 หนามมันก็เลยบอกว่า ถ้าเดือน 9 มันได้เลยว่าเดี๋ยวรอเพื่อนคุยกัน
ได้ไม่เป็นไร
Oh man, exploding to the rim.
Yep, makes the simple play.
Yeah, he still made it look good though.
เท่จังวะ
Booker for
เจ้าของ
three.
ธุรกิจพันล้านนี่
And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
เนี่ยเดี๋ยว
And
พ
I
อวัน
like how Booker
วัน
is
ที่เราไป
selective
ปาร์ตี้
taking
ใช่ไหม
threes.
ไอ้
Makes
ตุ่
it
ม
ฮะ
when he
กระ
does
ทะ
take
ผัดไทยกับหอยทอดไปก็ทำให้เรากินเลย
เย่เชสเชเบิล
It's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one hand.
เห็นพูดถึงบาสมันมีเกมบาสเปิดใหม่ในมือถือนี่ตุ่มอะไรดังอะไรก็ไม่รู้อะ
Here's Richards. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Richards has got his second basket of the game.
มันรีไม่ได้
Painted area.
มันมี
Clearly, that was their game plan coming in. And you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Tries again. Counted. Durant's got 5 points.
ไอ้เหี้ยของไอ้บุญแม่งดูดีกว่ากูเยอะเลยตุ้น
Running that particular set. I mean, Durant is not a guy who
ไอ้
makes
สั
a
ตว์
lot of
โอ้ย
mistakes in the pick and
แฟน
roll.
ทอมลีคอนแฟนทอมพราม
Shepard for 3.
พรามโอเดีย
He drops it from range.
I know it's early, but you
นั่น
have
เด็ก
to
กูก็
wonder
ไม่
if
รู้
these offenses can keep this up. High octane action for sure.
ไม่รู้ว่าจะไม่ได้ใส่ใจ
Already.
16. The Suns. 16.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far
ไม่
here.
รู้ต้องรอ
All right, guys, let me get your thoughts on the Pacers
ไป
and
ที่
how they're playing so
แล้ว
far.
กัน
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area. Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint.
ก็ต้องชนะให้ได้แล้วกัน
Go with a more balanced attack, or just keep on pounding it inside.
กับของง่าย
Three-pointer, Beal.
ๆแล้วทีนี้ไม่ไปไหนแล้วพิม
2 for 2 to
ไป
start this
เดี๋ยว
one.
ไปหัวหิน
You know, Clark, over the past few seasons, we've seen a
กูรู้ได้ไงว่าอาทีที่แล้วกูก็ไปวะ
game scorers in the league.
กูเดาไปเรื่อยเพราะว่ากูเดาแล้วมึงไม่ค่อยอยู่บ้านอยู่แล้วล่ะ
It's all-time
ใจกูอยากอยู่บ้าน
but also the pace of play, the way the game is played. 3-point shooting.
ไม่แต่อาทีที่แล้วอยากไปเที่ยว แต่ลงไม่ได้เพราะว่าวันศุกร์กูฟอกกูคุยไอ้น่ะไม่บอกว่าพอดีถามมันไงว่าอาทิตย์ที่ไปแล้วว่าที่หยุดยาวมันไปไหนมาเห็นแบบว่ามีน้ำมีแบบธรรมชาติอะไรอย่างงี้ใช่ไหมมันบอกว่ามันไปสระบุรีมาไอ้เนี่ยตุนชะอมอ่ะที่มึงเคยดูรีวิวตอนนั้นจำได้ไหมแล้วก็แบบมันก็แนะนำอะไรเงี้ยกูบอกว่าเนี่ยกูเพิ่งไปเขาใหญ่มาแต่ว่ากูลงสตอรี่ไม่ได้เพราะว่าวันศุกร์กูบอกที่ทำงานกูป่วยเพราะว่าวันจันทร์กูไม่ได้หยุดยาวไงไอ้วันจันทร์กูทำงานใช่ไหมกูก็เลยฟอร์มวันศุกร์ไอ้หนามบอกอย่างเลวอะอะไรเงี้ยกูบอกหนามมึงไม่เคยทำหรอมันบอกเนี่ยเดี๋ยวกูจะไปเชียงใหม่ตอนเดือนไหนของมันก็ไม่รู้ปลายปีอ่ะมันบอกเดี๋ยวมันก็จะลาป่วยเหมือนกันกูไอ้เฮียกูก็ไม่ได้เฮียคนเดียวนี่หว่าหนามก็ฉ่ำกูถามไปอะค่ะไอ้บอกไปกับไอ้กับทราย
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart.
ทำแต่งานกับมึงก็ต้องเที่ยวบ้าง
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. มึงเห็นรูปน้องหยกในไอจียังรูปโปรในไอจีอะเดี๋ยวนี้เซ็กซี่นะ A minute and a half gone.
ว่าจะแซวนานใช่
Streak it in. Here's Halliburton. Ooh, good D by
อืม
Plumlee.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme,
มึงก็
guys.
พูดแบบนี้มาตั้งนานแล้วไหม
Frustrated about that.
Now Beal. He has 7. Shot clock at 5. Plumlee a screen. Here's Booker. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Booker's got 7 points.
คำว่าทุกครั้งนี่หมายถึงตอนมีอะไรกันเหรอ
By Booker, attacking without any hesitation.
Nimhard outside. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Suns lead. By 9. Ooh, against inside resistance. Booker still.
ไม่มีเวลา
There's nothing you can do if you're the defense. Booker is so solid at muscling shots in through contact.
Now here's Halliburton. Oh, the sweet touch inside by Halliburton.
Halliburton's quickness and agility really makes him hard to deal with, especially when
ถ้า
he's
น้อง
able
เขา
to
รับในจุดนี้ได้ปะล่ะเขางอแงไหมล่ะ
And Clark, a big part of Tyrese Halliburton's effectiveness
better. And Tyrese Halliburton, a poster guard for a long, elite level point guard.
Pass to Beal. Wide open look.
Bradley Beal.
And all around the rim that time before dropping. He's got 9.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
ลงไปเล่นในส
Yeah,
นาม
that's
เอง
not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Credit their ตอนนี้มีแค่เราใช่ไหม นี่ วันนั้น วันที่เล่ากูดูอยู่วันนั้นล่าสุดที่กูเข้ามาแล้วมึงที่คุยกับน้องตาลล่าสุด